Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jarviskjir Mind Over Matter. Oh, it's an episode! I remember what number it is. Doesn't matter. We're here in chapter 2. We're quite far in. Also, the end is in sight, or you are getting real close to usurping the throne, but the throne was already usurped, and also you're not allowed to use that word because that's their word. So, you know, you gotta kill a king. But first, you gotta kill a shit demon.
Yay.
That's how it works. That's what, like, you know, King Arthur had to do. That's what you're doing. I don't know.
It's for ranks. It's concubus, shit demon, king. Those
Yeah,
are the
this
levels
will
you
be
have to
like memorized on the
Okay.
halls of lore.
Oh god.
I got synonyms for usurp. We're going to expropriate him.
do. Which I sounds very fitting, because if I didn't know, that would be like, that word would mean like remove.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
sounds right, but I can't imagine Bogdan saying it in character.
Well, you're in for a treat.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna look forward to how your
favourite
accent
one
is gonna work
to
through.
relieve you of something, because it's like your gold jewelry is a burden. I will relieve you of it.
Yeah.
He's gonna relieve you of your burden of being king.
I will relieve you of your life.
The burden of your life will be over, old man. Speaking of burden me with your attention, because Schism, Immolation of Overfur, is hashtag coming soon. You can tell because there's a physical box. Here's me telling to keep an eye out on Twitter and Discord for more news about it coming hashtag soon. Also, if you're watching this live or live-ish, this Saturday at 8 p.m. BST, the new Jarviskjir show Rock of the North is going to start, assuming that I don't have a case of the butt demons myself. That is set in the same region as Immolation of Oathfur. So, that'll be really fun. It's always fun to have a new show with completely new people. So
It's about Boar Smasher taking on rock and roll lifestyle, going from town to town. with an electric
See,
guitar.
I made that joke when the Discord channel appeared and it was asked what it was. I made an entire thing about how they invent this thing called rock based on the goblin in the party banging two rocks together.
I think rock music already exists because we had that bard game.
Yeah, probably.
The Ball Smasher hopefully never shows up in any of the D&D games. That's going to be a bad sign if he does. But-
he's great. I like him.
Well, if
Did
you
he get
like
his
him
name
so
by
much,
smashing the second ball?
That is the question that
it's a
will play
prevailing
on
theory.
every
Put it on the
time.
wiki.
The second ball that somehow
The
went
thing
back in
is-
time.
The thing is, you think it's because he crushed the ball, but really he just smashed the ball.
It's this
Alright,
your move tonight.
I think we're ready to go back into the dungeon, huh? I think we're ready to go back to the past. I didn't take myself to the dungeon. I took you guys, but not me. Hello? Oh, there they are. So, let me recap. Last session, you entered the refinery runoff. That's what it's called in my notes. It's not a sewer, technically. The refinery district where the dwarves make all of their, the majority of ales and whiskies and all of those sorts of things, has been clogged up and befouled by murderous stench. And if the King's
Yes,
Guard
poop.
won't do it, well, it definitely seems to be. But, you know, nondescript fantasy poop. So we can get it past the censors. They don't censor poop, do they? I don't know. I don't give a shit. Hey. How was this delivered as it should have been? You guys have made your way inside the runoff. You killed some trongs. You killed some sewer elementals. And now have more to explore.
Apples.
Let me remind you that this is not What a Lovely Place, What a Lovely Face. This is not like a literal open sewer. It's meant to be the runoff of the entire refinery factory district. Basically an underground river that collects all the discarded water, bad batches, chemicals used in processes. All of that
Some drunk fish.
goes down here. Yeah, probably an entire genus of alcohol fish, which probably dwarves would eat. So the cycle continues.
I'm not gonna lie, alcohol fish actually sounds like they would taste really good.
Yeah.
It sounds like it tastes extremely ethanol-y.
Well, you ruined it.
Flaky fish.
How
It
to get
depends.
drunk without drinking.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the great dwarven question. So that is where you guys have found yourselves after defeating some of the creatures. You've clumped back up and are ready to explore more. I was shown this is a large enough tunnel for you to stand. It's hexagonal, rather than circular, but it's quite roomy. There is the stench in this place is not 100% sewer. The chemical smell of the river really adds just something sublime. What is it you guys want to do next? Oh, I should give real quick. I should give Ian some noise. I never did that.
Oh, yes. I hadn't noticed, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
I
you're
think
Ian.
The Ocean's like spider front fingers are just gonna be like wiping at the face continually, just like ethanol-y smell. Like, go away. Now we can hear the dulcet tones of the sewer.
Yeah, basically.
He's working.
Are we going to go down or follow where this other one was going?
There is no down.
Oh. Mine's just a circle.
Ocean
the
can't see
moment
as
I-
far as y'all.
At the moment, I have better dark vision than you.
Well, there's no need to brag, Charles. I think this way.
I agree.
Your boots squelch
I
in the
bumped you into
grime.
Telepathy's still up, by the way.
Yeah, as long as you were close enough.
Ah!
You hear a giggling, Ocean.
Oh, no,
Can we wade through the
Squelching,
water?
shifting. Yeah, you can. It's difficult terrain to move against the current, but across is fine.
Okay.
And you're not in combat.
Float across the water.
Don't say floater here.
Float across.
Stop that.
There is another passageway up in this direction.
Yeah.
Which way did the giggling come from,
North.
Mr. D?
Stage north.
Come back.
In fact, why don't we... No, why don't we roll a quick little initiative? You don't get to zoop your entire way across the map that easy.
But I zoo!
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a 8-foot-tall, usually pregnant lady. She ain't zooping through a sewer that far.
You know, ever since I started playing online more than in person, the ability to move your token around invariably gets you into more trouble than it's worth.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I lied.
I rolled a Vel.
I did
Great.
not.
Ashal, there we go. And I'm over here. I got my dice semi-ready in advance. Living in a dice. Living in a cardboard dice. So, It's literally the reason why this is a great initiative roll too is that it's literally the reason of like Bogdan and Ashal realizing that the noise had come from the north, as Oshun is happily jaunting up north, as if there's not a pain in the world. And you can hear that giggling growing more intense and more squishing and shuffling.
Gross.
Yeah, Bogdan, you're the first one to act, knowing that Oshun is in danger.
I dash. That's me.
Ashal.
Is the water difficult terrain for me as I'm floating?
No.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dash. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
Oshun, you actually get to act before the little gremlin does.
I can see him.
Yeah.
So I would like to. Should probably. I was gonna use like a spell, but I should probably use a cantrip. So I'm going to towards the dead.
It's gonna fail. And it was a good roll for someone who hasn't taken damage, so it is actually going to be quite afflicted. You see the little sewer elemental, it's much like the other ones you saw before. It's basically exactly the same, only it's made up of different detritus and grime and ooze and stuff. Its little kind of semi-expressionful face will shift in discomfort. And it will start moving towards you, Oshun. It's going to get here, and then it's going to reel back and launch itself over this way. And as it does, it's going to kind of swipe at you, but you are going to be able to dodge it relatively easily, Oshun. They're not exactly the strongest combatants in the world.
Yay!
Oh, chat's saying music.
Ooh,
What about it?
you'll float too.
I don't know.
There's no
I think they
combat
want
music,
combat.
there's just sewer music.
There's just sewer.
This is just a single sewer elemental. Surely we
Can I
have no
move
need
through
for action
Oshun's
music.
space?
If Oshun is willing.
Yes.
Hey, okay.
It might be easier to move under Oshun than over it.
Uno.
Lift
Goes.
the leg.
Quattro.
Just up against
Cinco.
the wall.
Gonna give him the razzle, and if that hits, I'll hit him with the dazzle.
That
Misbehaving little D20.
should be a hit. Yes.
Should be.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm going off memory.
Time for the dazzle.
It was dazzling.
Ooh.
Damn, that was a good. Oh, that was.
That
nice
was a
damage.
really good hit.
That was
It's
really
not quite a kill, but the elemental is immediately discombobulated by the strikes. Not so much to instantly dissipate, but close. Ashal.
1, 2. What is this area? Is this just
Well,
like
it seems like
alcove?
there's a lot of maintenance alcoves and things. This place
Oh
is designed to be
my
walked
God.
around.
fair enough? I will just
We all float. You literally have a move.
it's that is the erasure ability. You doubt
We
me.
all
It's literally
float.
the ability is called We All
No,
Float.
it's because
I
it's
believed you,
the
Ian.
sewer, and you're a clown.
I told the dead Oshun.
No!
I'm not actually targeting Oshun, I should clarify this.
Yes, of course, yes. As swiftly as it attacked, the sewer elemental is almost trying to squirm under Oshun's legs, but completely fades, dropping all the detritus within it to the floor with a
I
splash.
shake my foot in some of the clean areas of the water.
I imagine the antiseptic smell that accompanies Oshun's blood magic it's probably quite
A Charles
relieving for the
blood
split
magic.
second. It it manifests.
Right, well, it's definitely not this way.
Well, at least we don't have to watch our backs.
Quite.
Have you been watching the Great British Bake Off?
My wife loves that show, but I do not partake.
There's a woman who takes the English accent to the extreme. You don't know what she's saying. And I just thought, Oshun doesn't quite sound like that, but
She's not far
it's
off.
close.
Ooh. It's pretty far to the side.
Ooh.
Can I see anything from down here?
You can give me a perception
Looks
check.
Clear? Oh, I will make a perception check before saying it's clear. Looks clear.
Clear.
Clear than the clearest sky.
Do you want to look
It's a hallway.
It looks like you could fit down that narrow hallway. I don't think I would be able to.
No, there's enough room.
This is back where we came.
I thought we were here.
Yeah, but we were here.
Oh, for some
It's
reason I
a-
thought it was.
Still
It's a
topping
supporting
telepathy.
pillar.
Bogdan will just point.
Oh,
So like, we're going this way. We're going this way.
They're bickering about which way back is.
This is rare. A D&D party moving as one on the battle map.
Well, there are already 3 of you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
to be fair, we haven't managed it before in this party.
It's true.
My favorite part about virtual tabletop is when someone's AFK and they're like, "Oh, I'm back. Okay, well, there's a fight started. It's about 400 feet that way." Ollie, is that a door?
Yeah. Big old maintenance hatch door. This whole area appears to be a maintenance area. It's got lockers. All the metal is coated in rust.
Against his better judgment, Bogdan is going to take a deep smell.
Give me a perception check. Give it a good old snorf. This room smells very heavily of old metal and rust and things like that, and a bit of oil, which is keeping out some of the smell from outside. If there's a smell past the door, it's not very different than the ambient smell of this place as a whole.
All right, can I open it?
It looks pretty old and jammed. It'll take an like an athletics to shift it.
Okay, I'll do that. I will athletics to shift it.
Yeah, the door are back open directly into the runoff.
That was Is there a hole here?
There is a large area where you got to consider this place almost like a storm drain, and in fact, it is operating like a storm drain quite heavily now because it's the rainy season. This is very similar to a kind of
Gross cistern.
yeah, like a storm drain cistern side area where water would either flow off, down, out of, or into when there's even more overflow than there is now. And it's actually quite pungent. The metal has been worn away particularly by, particularly at the bottom where the water would actually run through. Like, it does have these big, chunky grate bars, but they're really thinned out now, to the point that a medium-sized creature could easily squeeze through.
Can I kind of like peer inside, see if there's anything worth pursuing in there?
Yeah, you can give me a perception check.
Slightly better than my last.
It definitely seems visually, it continues further. Smellually, the stench is stronger. coming from this this hole.
Was it made for you?
This hole was made for me. It's a Junji Ito reference.
It's an anime.
I don't anime.
Manga.
I can count on one hand the amount of anime I've seen. Assuming you count Gundam all in one. Then, if you don't, then I'm gonna need a few more hands.
It does depend. A thick, intense, stinky smell comes from the worn down grating.
Can I see how far, like, a drop this would be? I don't want another.
It's not so
fan.
much a drop, it's more a push through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's more side on. It's just that the drain kind of is more of a... It's almost like diagonal, I guess.
Okay, you said a medium creature would have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Using coal grinder, can I make it so that Our Lady of the Spider could fit through?
Yes, with a bit of time and a bit of noise.
Rather than using coal grinder,
Oh,
You can touch the metal and make it...
often like goes to like whack it.
and our shoulder just reaches out and it just dissolves under.
Yeah, I think since we're all telepathic, like there's like a little bit of a bleed over. And Bogdan's like, "Can I break this?"
Yeah, you can absolutely wear down the bonds of dwarven-made metal and reveal a way within.
You know, this puts a whole new definition to the term spoopy.
I was trying to work out where you were going with that.
No, Jaken.
I only just got it.
You ruined
Spoopy.
everything. Stop it. Soiled it. Soiled it.
Hey, if you soiled yourself here, no one would know. Freeing, perhaps.
I think they would know. They're just like alcohol, fish, hops, actuals.
There are
It's a
buzzing
human
swarms
turd,
of flies in large... I mean, you know how bugs coalesce in a autumn or
bugs.
summer, where they're just in an area? There's some areas in my garden where it's just like, oh, here's just a pillar of bugs just flying around. There's very much this has happened in an area where some fungal mushroom is glowing from beyond some old grating. This place is a mixture of old maintenance tunnels and rock. It's been worn through water. And there are buzzing flies.
So they don't have a kind of fly spray.
I cast Raid.
I cast Bot Bonk.
There's a lot of bugs in here.
You can fit through a space one size smaller than your size if you by squeezing. You'd have to
Yeah, you might need me to wiggle you if your character gets stuck. Yeah, I'll wiggle you through. It's either the bosom or the butt, but one of them is too big here.
No, it's
Too
probably-
big for adventuring.
No, thank you. I'm free. That's canonical that Oshun has to just like wiggle and just
yeah.
hop.
I was letting you decide, but it's canon.
The richness of the D&D choices and imagination.
Do you choose boobs or butt? I mean, that's basically what this is all about. It is
Why not
fantasy
both?
after all. Well, it's fantasy, but let's not be ridiculous.
Does this person need a bonk? Are you going to
They
call
haven't
out?
attacked us yet. Well, I can't even really tell what these are with my vision. Someone's going to have to
Swarms
explain.
of bugs.
They are
I mean,
swarms
they're
of
just
bugs.
swarms
They do appear to have tokens, which,
We all know is a bad thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of
They
lighting, they
are-
just look like red circles with a dark color in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are vague at best, which is good enough for swarms.
Shall we just avoid them?
Might be more challenging than you think.
Well, let us. Oh, they are. I wonder if we might. Oh,
Oh, it's one down there.
Yeah.
if we
Perhaps if we
try
just-
and get through the middle of them.
All right.
Well, I also suppose if they all come upon us, we do not want to be surrounded. How about one or two of you go first, and then if they converge, I will be behind them and we'll have flanking.
Man, the only reason we care this much about these bugs is because they have a token. If
Yeah.
all you just
Yes.
described bugs, we're like, oh, okay. And we
Yeah,
just-
Bogdan and Ashar themselves probably wouldn't acknowledge this. It's just because they have a token on the map.
It's fair enough, that is true. It's all just an experiment by Ollie.
yeah, you know what?
Lead
I'm
us.
just gonna force in character here. I just like, oh, they're just bugs, right?
Yeah.
What can
That's-
I see?
That's definitely a roll initiative. You're like wading through the bugs to get closer and closer
I'm
to the grate.
adjacent
Like,
to them.
what's going on? What's going on up here?
Are
Go
we
ahead and
keeping initiative?
roll
Or-
initiative.
I'm rolling really good initiative today.
But are you as good as bugs? You're not. Oh.
Spoilers for the odds.
Yay!
Ocean is better than the bugs, though. Although you didn't click your token before you rolled that. But I'll allow it.
Oh.
Ocean, you actually get to act first. Seeing that as your comrades are creeping into the room, on which one? There's many swarms here.
One that is closest to Bogdan.
There are two nearly equidistant.
I'll go for the left one.
Okay. Wisdom save from the swarm of flies. It's actually going to pass. It just seems to have no effect.
Darn, they're not smart enough.
They're very wise bugs.
No.
The swarms of flies grow agitated the more you wander into this filth-ridden chamber.
Agitated bugs.
The buzzing grows deeper.
And they become super bug.
They just get buff.
Speaking of Gundam, they combine into a giant bug.
Oh, how did this happen? Get back up there. Cameraman's drunk today.
Been there.
Bugs are going to swarm onto Bogdan, but it's one of those things where you're just like, at first. But when a second swarm comes, oh, you'll no longer be laughing, King to be Bogdan. Okay, they hit.
You can be straight fine.
Yeah, but I don't really want to.
That's gonna be
Not on the
14 piercing damage. I know! I'm very impressed! As the swarms surround you, they are gonna start... It's not just that these flies are kind of landing on you and carrying whatever's with them. There's also the sheer agitation of it and kind of having to awkwardly shuffle around as these bugs get all over you. Speaking
Oh
of...
my god.
By the
Are they
wall!
going
What are these things?
to- Are they gonna start vibrating to try and cook Bogdan?
That's bees.
Yeah.
These aren't bees.
Oh.
These are
But
flies.
still, they could try and cook Bogdan.
Why do you want to cook Bogdan so
Hard
bad?
pass.
Because they're so cool.
A swarm
Bees
of
are so
flies
cool.
get bees are cool. That's why there's like a bee race in Jarviskjir. Swarm of flies
A brace?
gets up to you, Ocean, and you can kind of start waving them away.
Disgusting.
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 You're all getting surrounded.
See, you could have flanked Bogdan, but you chose not to.
It hasn't been my turn yet.
I'm gonna target this one,
Sure.
Go to the void.
and I'm going to swing Coal Grinder into the swarm of bugs because what else am I gonna do?
They cannot have resistance because Coal Grinder. So it's like
That's true.
It's
Get dunked swarms.
I'm trying to think. I've definitely played a game like this where you swing a heavy weapon and you can feel the hit connection with each like fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually massive damage. Not enough to completely disperse the swarm, but real close.
But
The fly
I'll
on the end of the hammer's like,
It's
fucking
one
do it again.
holding on. Yep, that is enough that the majority of like 2 hefty swings leave just a bunch of bugs dead and twitching on the floor.
Ugh, Coal Grinder's never been filthier. Okay. That's me.
It hasn't had many chances, to be
As
fair.
I was gonna say, Ashal, it's a you.
I don't like being surrounded by bugs. Tempestuous magic to move 10 feet. And I will drop a maelstrom like there, I suppose. Try
Okay,
and get
so I guess that those
those.
3.
Yep. And then I will get the fuck out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can have the bugs.
yay.
I don't even know if that's if like they can be forcibly moved, but
I don't see any reason why not. Funnily enough, though, oh no, they have a hefty negative modifier. They on regular rolls they would have passed, but negative modifier. So, which it's actually pretty badass. You know, as you're sort of flying away, there's just a whoom, and all the swarms are pulled inside. It's like Jango Fett's damn seismic bombs being launched in Star Wars Episode 2. Dealing a pretty hefty damage. Ocean, you're up next.
I wanted to do Spirit Guardians because I think like tiny things fighting in the air would be very cool. But I don't want to waste my spells. I only have like 2 level 3 spells, so
Yep.
it's just gonna be regular old Toll the Dead and the one that's like on my face.
It's going to fail. It's a shame it hadn't already taken damage, otherwise that would have been really good, but it's still pretty good. Flies start dropping dead kind of around you.
Disgusting.
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 And immediately the
What
swarm's
happens
going to
when
attack you
we
back.
panic? Hate it.
Your AC right now is what, 17, Ocean? Something like it?
Let me double check. I think that sounds right. 16 or 17. It's 16.
Fair enough. That's still enough.
Yay!
A new swarm is going to replace the deceased one beside you, Bogdan, and is going to attack. Attack's going to miss. The other swarm is going to hit. In fact, it's going to somehow crit you. I'm not really sure how a fly swarm can crit.
You're
They
a grave
form
cleric. Can't you
fist.
negate crits? Or are you not high enough level for that?
yeah, she would be level 6. You can negate quick crits as a grave cleric,
Oh, yeah, cool.
but you can only do it. I think because of your wisdom modifier, you can only do it once per long rest.
I'm okay with it.
Scroll down.
Alright, I do that thing.
It's a good thing I've played a grave cleric before, huh?
Let's make sure you can do it
Onto the best
first.
door. Yeah, click the speaker. Yeah.
I see your pleading eyes, and I go.
Alright, so it's still going to be a normal hit, which I did the
Yeah.
math for, but I forgot. It's going to be 9 piercing.
Yeah, that would have been.
I can also heal you with.
I'd like that too.
You can't heal with cantrips.
Yeah. You can't heal with
No,
cantrips.
you don't. There are
That
no
is
healing
that is an
cantrips.
explicit D&D rule that there are no healing cantrips.
Oh, fine.
Between us, we've got plenty of healing spells, but
Yes.
Right, Bogdan. It's a you.
All right.
well, we need to. You need to shove one across to here, so we get 4. If we get connect 4.
When they all get deleted.
all right, I'm gonna
You
attack
are
this one.
very funny.
I know. Thank you.
That's a hit.
Hey there. That's a big yawn for a little girl.
Yeah, both really good hits. In fact...
Yes, Grandma's here. She's downstairs. Is he dead? I'm gonna action search.
Yep, that one's dead. Do you want to take the other one?
Yep.
These flies.
She's feeling a lot better.
Calling out
Yes.
to you, Bogdan. The flies have a tiny, high-pitched voice.
Come here.
Oh.
Hey, little fly.
It's a gremlin laugh.
Say hi. Okay. Did I hit with the 13?
Yeah. Destroyed.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
I have
you've
one more
cleared the
attack.
air.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 and attack this one.
Perfect. That is finally a miss.
So cute.
That one's going to be a miss, but you're good. Ashal.
I suppose that these two here are technically within 5 feet of each other, aren't they?
Yes, for spells.
The spells, yeah.
The-
They probably have like a crazy dex modifier, but I have a spell that can target 2 of them, so I will target those 2 that I highlighted. For 4 damage if they fail. the
They don't
dex
have a
save.
crazy dex modifier, but they did just roll well. So
It's 4 damage, whatever.
I think flies should have like a 28 dex.
I would not
because
disagree.
you just can't catch them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know they
it is
actually
pretty low.
experience time slower than we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts. That ain't right.
I don't like thinking about it, but it's also crazy to think about.
Does that mean Oshun, as a big person, experienced his time faster than the rest of you?
Yes.
Possibly.
That
And
is
also
why
slower
you
because
also-
elf.
So it balances out in the middle.
Who knows? I don't. Oshun.
Yes. I'm going to. I wonder if I should use
I wouldn't at this point.
Okay. I'll just blast.
Which one are you targeting?
I'm going to do the one that I hit the first time. It's on my face.
It's going to pass.
What?
Take no effect. Mm-hmm.
Ah. Can I clap my hands? Try
Not
and get
anymore.
one? No.
Your chance to clap has ended.
No.
All right, fly time. I'm a flies. It's a me. Attack against Bogdan, miss. Attack against Oshun, miss. Attack against Oshun, miss. Bogdan.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack again.
Yahoo. That is a miss.
I wasted all my good rolls on initiative.
Coal Grinder likes rolling the same number for attack and damage.
It's a secret buff. Ka-doom. Could not come out.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go 1, 2, and I'm done.
Yashal.
I'm gonna try acid splashing the two that are still alive. Try not to get acid on Ocean's face.
You have to kind of yeet it over.
It's to be fair, this is one of Ashal's storm sorcery spells, so it's psychic acid. It's not actual acid.
One is gonna fail.
Play basketball.
Wait, psychic acid, that's what they experimented on in the 70s, right? MK Ultra acid?
Anything else you'd like to do, Yashal?
Being on the stream, good luck.
Anything else you want to do, Yashal?
Nah.
Just in
Thank
general,
you.
in life, general. Nah.
There are many things, Ollie, but none appropriate for this turn in combat.
Whoa! I'm gonna say another time for. I'm gonna get steamy down here in the sewer dungeon. Ocean.
In a dungeon, well.
Well,
Wrong
when
type
in a
of
dungeon, do as the dungeoneers do. It's gonna fail. It's gonna take the damage. It is going to, with a final bell, flies are gonna fall. Dead.
Hey.
Leaving twitching insect bodies on the floor. Not much larger than your average cave flies. Just in
Ocean's going
large
to
number.
extend all of her legs and just use them to pick all of the flies off.
I think we should
Groom.
take an hour and collect ourselves after that.
Groom. Oh, do you need a shortish rest?
I need I would call it a short, just a minor,
A break.
a sub rest, if you will. Yeah.
Well, I am still unharmed, so.
Oh,
Well,
should
isn't
keep
that
watch.
great for you?
I can keep. I was merely going to say I can keep watch for us.
All right. Yes. Good. Good. I shall lean against this wall, and if I close my eyes, I'm still awake.
Hey Ollie, what's up here?
There is a railing of basically one of those storm drain railings, but some fungal mushroom has fully colonized the area,
Okie
creating a little bloom of light.
dokie. I am going to stand or somewhere like here and keep an eye down this corridor, as I'm assuming that nothing is going to come from behind us, hopefully. Because I don't need to take a short rest, so.
I'm just going to keep an eye out.
Yep.
Ocean doesn't really need a short rest either.
No,
But
I'm just lazy.
good, fair enough. Take a short rest, party people. In fact, maybe you don't.
Oh.
So,
But you told me to.
no, I know you just rolled max on your hit die.
Just from
But-
you said so, but the DM said so.
Let me roll a dice first, and if depending on what it says, you'll have the hit die. Okay, yeah, you can have that. You can have that.
okay.
I rolled trash.
Yay!
Thank you, Ollie's dice.
But you roll good aside from when I need them. And Charles, you can definitely hear shifting and moving down there. Wet, squelching, big, heavy, plodding footsteps.
I should be good.
Munching.
Munching?
Munching. The munch.
Munch.
Monster munch.
Well, if there's any doubt about our destination, I believe this has cleared it up. There's clearly movement and more unpleasant creatures in this direction.
Well, that does sound like where we need to go.
Indeed.
Would you
You're
like
coming,
me
Oshun.
to... I don't think I could scout, but I could spider climb if you prefer. Would you like me to be on the ceiling?
Oh, there's something down there.
Yeah,
I can see it already.
you ever scroll down?
I
and
see
you
that.
Get the, like the.
It's moving away. I don't like it. I can only sort of see it in purple. What is that? I can see some teeth.
You can see some teeth. All you all can see at the edge of your dark vision is further down this tunnel, and there is a slope where all the water and grime is blah, 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 is just a large shape. A big shape.
I can see it. It's within my dark vision. I have every right to figure out what it is.
Could the two of you stop arguing? I think we found the source of the ick.
You might be right about that.
The sick elemental.
From this distance.
What do your dark eyes see?
He's not the only one with dark vision.
To be fair, yours is far better than mine because mine just sees in shades of purple. So all I see is like a shape down there.
Seems to be growling like a 3-year-old girl.
Put it on the wiki.
That's pretty funny. What's it saying? Dada?
We did have babies earlier in the dungeon, so...
How do we wish to go about this? Do we charge in? Do we attempt stealth? Do we use Bogdan as a distraction while the other two of us who are actually likely to be hidden hide?
I will spider climb. Why not? I'll also be a bit more out of your way.
Oh god, it's moved. I don't know where it went. I wasn't watching.
You should have been paying attention.
It's all worth it for this paranoia induced by the DM.
No, there's nothing for it. Come on.
Golly, sick.
I am going to use my thing and basically hide as I move slowly into hide in the shadows in the corner of the hall. If I am allowed to stealth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Why wouldn't you be allowed to stealth? That's good stealth. Yeah. Is Oshun joining?
Yes.
I believe it will be to our left, Bogdan, or right, left of the characters. Right.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant.
Your dark vision reveals as the slope grows to its lowest, an area again part natural and part cavern, but there's just a pool of, at this point, just liquid sewage.
Gross.
Yeah, the kind of thing where there's enough oil and stuff that does a gross sheen on top as well. Yes, what do you have on you for?
I have a mess kit.
Uh-huh.
Bogdan gone clean?
Not that kind of mess.
Like napkins I can stuff in my nose.
Do you think a dwarven mess kit comes with napkins?
Now I'm talking American napkins. I don't know what you call them in the UK. Because I've heard that elsewhere in the world, napkins means diaper.
No!
Okay.
Not here. No,
not
this is just
here.
wondering whether dwarves bring napkins with them on excursions.
I think you can get some kind of diapers that you have like liners as well. You have like a bunch of napkins, but they're cotton, and you can put that in as well.
Despite my afflictions, I don't know much about diapers yet. Give me a decade.
Oh. I was gonna say, count your blessings, but then you added the whole decade thing. We'll all be dead by then anyway. Okay, forget it.
Blast. Oh, you better believe there's a roar and a squelching and bubbling as this thing launches out of the ground. Give me a deck save, Bogdan, to decide whether it gets a surprise round over you. Because you kind of did know it was there and you were prepped, but...
It kind of, if it's a dex save, it's gonna get surprised. Yeah, I got a C.
As it launches out of the ground. So this is a bit of a homework for you. The creature that you see might be something even Bogdan and Ashal is vaguely familiar with. The stories of sewer demons, sometimes called shit demons, in less polite company. But there was, this year, a case of a bullfrog tadpole that never turned into a frog and just got bigger and bigger and bigger, called Goliath. This creature is not dissimilar to the Goliath tadpole in its form and shape. It has these stubby leg limbs coming at very awkward angles, and it does have a kind of tadpole-like tail, as well as 3 grasping, biting tentacles.
He is too.
Paladin just looks up at this thing and just goes, "Damn."
And then it's gonna just go wha-bam down onto you. Please roll initiative.
Yep.
666.
We spent the good initiative.
Dun dun dun!
Hey.
I got a 7. So it's gonna get a surprise round, then it's gonna be Ocean. So with its surprise round, it is going to attack with its tentacle, which is going to hit. It's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage plus 5 piercing damage. You are then, of course, going to get restrained by the creature and pulled up close for a little snackable bite.
Ah.
In fact, it's gonna full on, like, swing you around. But its bite attack isn't gonna pierce through your armor. It's gonna start crunching down on the armor. You can hear it creaking, whether it's the armor or Bogdan creaking, who knows. But first of all, Ocean, you get to react.
I'm going to summon Spirit Guardians
Okay.
and just have them near.
Well,
They spawn around you. You don't choose this. Yeah.
And I'm going to approach cautiously.
I can see that. I don't know whether you can see that, Zoe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Everyone can see it now. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, awesome. Okay, in this case, it'll be on its next turn, which is now that it starts. And what is the Spirit Guardians? What does this look like? The field around you.
Tiny little spiders, but like the ones, you know, when they're babies and they have parachutes.
Yes.
Yes.
It is going to fail,
Spiders.
and it's going to take either radiant damage or necrotic damage. It depends on which one. Ocean. Okay. This decided very quickly. Go ahead, roll it.
Yay! Let me see.
As it starts to being bitten and
Gone.
ailed by these spectral spiders, your telepathic link is barraged by these feelings of hunger and just they're fairly basic, almost animalistic emotions. They don't all translate, but they kind of barrage the link within you for a bit.
Don't like that.
I think it's going to start off trying to bite Bogdan again. It is going to succeed.
I cast shield.
Oh, you're like in its tentacle, and it's like and like the sphere comes around, like trying to crunch down. That's badass.
Does the sphere like depress like
Oh,
a
it's
rubber
gotta.
ball at all?
You can see the bricks, like kind of some of them pop out of
Oh
shape.
yeah.
Oh.
Badass. It's going to then reach for Oshun with a tentacle, which is going to hit. So you are going to be grappled. You are going to take some damage. It's going to be 10 bludgeoning plus 7 piercing. For the tentacles do have these barbed kind of forelimbs.
Do we still have your temporary hit points?
You'll still have temporary hit points, yes.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
didn't heal during the short rest, you would have had temporary hit points.
Yeah.
And
I did.
then it can't really pull Ocean very close. It will pull Ocean like around there with its tentacles. It takes a lot more effort to pull Ocean around than Bogdan, although they're probably weigh the same. Charles.
I am going to cast Bane.
Okay.
I was born in the.
If I didn't do it, someone else would have. It's
I was
weaponized memes.
born in the shit pile.
It's gonna fail.
Excellent.
Oh damn. Okay. I'm glad I have some D4s on my table. Bane.
One. Actually, let's have a look. So I was there. Yeah, about.
Stay away,
and I will go
sorcerer. Shitty wizard.
there. Ends my turn.
Okay, Bogdan, you are grappled by the shit demon. It's having a
Alright.
hard time crunching down on you, but you are putting your all into it.
I
You've
don't
been
like this
playing
thing.
too
I am
much
large myself.
Isaac.
This one isn't an Isaac creature. The ones upstairs were.
Oh my.
This one is a D&D classic with a Jarviskjir twist. And
Is the Jarviskjir twist shit?
no, the shit was original. The tentacle can no longer hold on to you, Bogdan, as you take on enlarged size. So it's going to have to
All right, then I action surge.
rear back. You're going to squanch it.
I'm gonna squanch. Was it 15?
That's a hit. That is a hit.
Yay! Okay, 13 bludgeoning, and then I hit again.
What a pure joy that was.
Oh.
That one's going to be a miss. It does have a fairly tough hide on it, but
But on that one hit, I do an extra 3 damage. So it's
of
16
course.
damage.
Yeah.
All right, that's me.
Oh,
That's
Shun,
big me.
you are grappled by the tentacle.
Oh no.
Why are you giggling?
Oh no. Anyway. Oh shoot.
I think of all of the things this is not a creature that no.
Just go home to Cinnabelle and tell her about this,
It's
and I'm
not that
sure she
kind
can
of
sort something
hentai.
out.
Oshun's gonna like grab the tentacle and vampiric touch.
You will have disadvantage on the attack roll because you are grappled by the target, but I will let you try and grab the tentacle.
The tentacle?
Tentacle.
Okay, I'll roll that again.
Fantastical tentacle.
No!
No, that's good.
Oh, it could have been 24 and then it came up with 21.
Well,
I was
that
like,
wasn't that 20 that you missed
Yeah,
out on.
but you still, I will still count as a hit on the tentacle. Go ahead and
nice.
roll damage. That's not enough to destroy the tentacle, but it is enough to. You do heal 6 HP off of it.
Yay!
You have used all of your further spell slots.
Yeah. Oh.
God, this pen is incredibly neon green, and I can't see it. I can't see it on the fucking paper. I'm not at a fucking rave! Oh no. Things are falling down. My colourful stationery is failing me. Turns out colours suck! Okay. Next up is the creature.
Oh, did my little spider babies do anything?
They do it at the start of his turn. So now.
Cool. Yay!
It's gonna fail. It's gonna take Spirit Guardian's damage.
Nom, nom.
Does the creature focus on Bogdan or Ocean?
Yes.
I think for now it has to keep focusing on Bogdan. It's going to start with a bite, which is going to hit.
Oh, shield.
It's going to not
Minus
hit.
a D4.
Minus a D.
I should said that before I said shield, but that's okay.
Well, the shield I would have still hit with a D4.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good, and the shield is going to stay in effect for the whole time, making your DC 23, I believe.
24.
24? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Well, it's already kind of started on this path, so it will continue. It's going to tentacle attack you twice. First one's going to fail. Second one's going to fail. With the Bane kind of slowing the motion of its limbs. And the shield as well. It's having a real hard time fighting back against the giant Bogdan.
Jogden.
Nope.
Why?
Ashal.
I'm just going to get myself some more blood points.
Just whistling, siphoning off some blood.
Well, it's more because our Charles is like life energy. It more just looks like a weakening.
Charles' arms are going to be like Ethan Winters' soon enough.
Dark, like vapor clouds, like just rising off.
Is that your turn? Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Okay.
It's an action, so I don't have much else I can do.
Bogdan.
Ash me.
Right now, you have the creature right where you want it.
Good.
That's
And then I do an
big
extra.
hit.
17 damage.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to fucking do it again. Wow, I rolled hot trash on that damage. But I get to do another one.
It's
so...
free!
Free real estate.
Okay, Ocean, you are still grappled.
I am going to inflict wounds. Oh no! Disadvantage!
Yep, you got to reroll.
Careful.
Yep, there's going to be a miss.
Yeah.
You sure?
You're being shaken around at this point. It's hard to get a solid grasp on the weak spot you already rendered. Let us continue with the Bogdaning. That's the voice of the monster. Opens its mouth wide.
Speaks.
Okay.
She just can't help it. Every time she goes from one room to another, she has to make one really loud sound.
I relate to that.
Ask her to say "cow" or something. Ask her to go "gra."
I'm sure it'll happen.
She's in her room right now, so. She's gonna have to share that room soon.
The horror. The horror!
Yeah.
I think it only makes sense for this to be a moderately sized kaiju battle in the sewage. So it is going to continue trying to get to Bogdan.
It's a miniature kaiju battle.
Because, you're not that big.
Yeah, we're not that big.
But like all of your backgrounds are like painted and like cardboard boxy.
Oh, the Bane is going to make that bite attack miss. It's just sluggish enough, being worn down by shadows and psionic energy. And the other two attacks are also going to miss as well. You're clowning on it right now. Ashol.
How hurt is this thing looking? Not
Close
very.
to bloodied.
Close to bloodied.
It is
Okay.
of meat and flesh. And its meat is being repeatedly bruised by a big hammer.
I'll give it another turn then. Toll the Dead! With a minus D4 in its save. It is a Bane.
It's true. Minus D4 nearly came to your aid. But not quite enough. It does succeed.
Trapped.
Bogdan.
I'm gonna crunk it. No, I'm not.
You will try.
But I got a second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
The stench is too much.
Yeah.
Perfectly consistent, as all things should be.
What in the hell?
8 and 13, 8 and 13.
Yeah, I can read.
As you are swinging at the creature, it's trying to fight back at you. There's all this detritus coming off of it, both from you smashing it and it thrashing around. And there is a moment when you are swinging the second time where you realize that you just accidentally swallowed something.
You squicked Jake out. You hit the no zone.
Okay. Next up is Ocean.
Can I on this Pokemon, can I use struggle, please?
You can! It's either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okie dokie. Am I using disadvantage?
No. That's only on attacking a creature you are grappling. Or you are grappled by. There we go.
Let's use acrobatics because I'm bad at the other one.
Yeah, you can quite easily squirm your way out.
Just because it's acrobatics, it's just backflip
Sure.
for no reason. It just looks like someone's got a Barbie and like turns it upside down and then back on its
Yay! We don't have the animation budget for a real cool backflip. Do you want to move or anything, or are you happy where you are?
I'm okay where I am. I want to keep it within the munching distance of the Bebespids.
Speaking of, it's going to pass this turn.
With a minus D4.
Yeah, it can't. Either that mathematically won't lower it enough.
Fair enough. Worth checking.
The
You still do
little
half
spiders-
damage.
Do I?
Yeah, it's half damage.
Ba-bum.
If you succeed.
It's
Or
going
he
to
In that case.
kind of
What?
push itself
Just do
into
3d8
the
half.
muck
Oh.
and just launch itself. And by launch, I mean kind of waddle out of the mud and muck.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no.
Bogdan, you do
Attack
get an
on
opportunity
turn.
attack. Yep.
I commence the clobbering.
Commence the clobber.
It's a miss.
Yeah.
It's going to bite at Oshun.
Ah!
It's going to be a hit.
No!
A big boy hit.
A manche.
It's going to be 13 piercing damage, and please give me a constitution save.
Oh no.
Okie dokie.
Oh no.
Feeling fine.
Yay! And 19 hit points isn't so bad.
It's then going to go up a little
Oh
further.
no! Oh no!
He's a coming. He's a coming.
I think that might well be in range. Oh no, that's almost definitely in range.
Tentacle on Ashal. What's Ashal's AC right now?
12.
Well, it rolled an 11 first, which is why I definitely needed to check. And then it's going to hit the second one.
Bane.
Bane. No. It's going to hit. You are going to get grappled by the shit demon tentacle. It's going to deal 10 bludgeoning damage plus 7 piercing damage. And scrunch you up. This is not the same tentacle that it used to attack Oshun. The one that you used to attack Oshun has a big dark spot on it.
It's a fresh tentacle.
That's a concentration check,
Ooh.
which I passed.
You're definitely concentrating.
Or constipated.
No.
Ashal!
Get off me!
Bugger off!
Bugger off.
Piss off!
Back off.
It's going to just about fail.
With minus D4, does it get it
With the
down
minus
to the
D4, does I get it
full
enough to be a what's it? It does!
Yes!
So as it rears you up, you could just psychic energy into it, and it staggers back, its mouth opening way too far as it does, and starts kind of slightly sliding back down the slope into its shit pit.
Oh yes.
I
I
my
shit.
room.
I presume I am no longer grappled. I hope I'm no longer grappled.
That was very good.
If
I
am
think it's a
grappled, that's
tentacle,
good.
it's gonna stay grappled. If it was a grapple,
fair
but a
enough.
tentacle, I think the instinct is to squeeze. If anything.
Fair. Okay.
You take 400 bludgeoning damage.
Oh no!
So here's a curiosity. Can I use that while grappled?
I will allow you to use half of that to move 5 feet with the grapple.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
The tentacle is definitely strained. You can kind of hear the tendons inside start to pluck like harp strings.
Ashal had hoped that it would drop it, but it would drop them, but that didn't happen. So that ends my turn.
Prince Bogdan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oi! He's stunned, so I get advantage, right?
Yes.
The clobbering!
Is that what you're going to rename the hammer?
It's a hit.
No, Cold Grinder does the clobbering.
Yeah, that's its job.
Fantastic.
Okay, and I also
Job
do a little-
verb.
I do 4 more damage.
Does
Damn.
that mean you have a hammer called Clobber to Cold
Nah.
grinds?
We're, we're cancelling that
I
joke.
liked it.
16 damage.
Wordplay. It's big. The whole creature is staggering, oozing pus, where the
It's big, it's
repeated
large.
slamming strikes have come against it.
Yeah.
Ocean.
Yeah.
Bogdan turns to Oshun and says, "Flush this thing!"
Oshun flushes Bogdan.
No!
Oh, it turns out there's just a big lever here on this wall.
in case of boss, pull lever.
The cool thing is, we were playing a system like Mutants and Mastermind. You could totally do that. You could be like, I'm going to use my like hero point to check if there's a switch. It's
the
going to
Roll the
pass and not take any damage from Toledo.
Oh.
Your DC is really low.
Pretend you
Your
didn't see
DC's
me
low.
The nice thing about Toll the Dead is it doesn't look like anything if nothing happens, so no one knows.
Oshun just went, yeah!
So what you're saying is it looks like for every time Oshun uses this, it just looks to us like that, like she's standing there for 6 seconds not doing anything.
She's like,
which if anything is worse.
Why'd you bring her along? He's going to immediately fail his save and take full damage from Spirit Guardians.
yay!
Literally dunked upon.
Because he's stunned. He's then going to recover from the
I'm
stun.
gonna pretend that is what I did. That's what I did.
Sure.
It's like a stall. You're like, flush him, and she's like, eh. Does the second thing.
Ashal, in the tentacle of the beast.
I'm not sure I even want this thing's soul, but I can, so I'll try.
Okay. Charisma save from the shit demon. Who
With a minus D4.
Do you want to deal? Who's gonna bet? Is it gonna win? Is it gonna fail? Minus D4 is relevant.
It is.
It's a -3. It's going to fail. It's going to take 16 necrotic damage. It's going to roar out as it returns to consciousness, trying to pull Ashal in as Ashal is trying to pull its soul out. And then you just see like all the energy just out of it, and a brown beige essence is just
essence trapped the poop demon
into a soul gem.
I wanna be the very best.
Is 50 gold soul gem enough for this? Or
Yeah. It's not an uncommon. It's an uncommon monster, not a rare monster.
My
Okay.
real test. To train them is my cause. I shall travel across the land, searching.
I now have a gem with umbral essence, a concubine soul gem, a starving giant soul gem, a shit demon soul gem, and an imp soul gem.
What's gonna happen when you start combining some of those?
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
I wouldn't give the
string them up
concubine
and
tentacles if you had a choice.
Maybe it's a way of torturing Lefura by combining her essence with the shit demon.
We saw you break out your friend. Take this.
Ooh, stinky! No! Oh no! It's so stinky. I don't want to be evil anymore. It's stinky. No, it smells. Ew. With that,
She was never evil again.
the shit demon is contained.
with
You
the
contained the shit.
with the blur, 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 I come down to normal size.
Yeah, of course. It's canon.
Another in your collection, Ashal.
I'm not sure I want to keep this one, but
No, really?
holds up the soul gem.
It's now a brownish beige, and it kind of looks like there's water trapped in it.
Ugh.
So it does. Bleh, bleh.
Not top of my priority list for future
Oshun's gonna
experiments.
take it. You could use this to hang picture frames straight.
Well, if you pay me for the gem, you can have it.
You don't want it? Good job, gang. To the mystery machine.
Yeah, I think that's enough plumbing for one lifetime.
We should triple check that was the last thing.
We triple check.
Yeah. It looks like, based on your rudimentary plumbing knowledge, that the shit demon was the cause of the of everything, probably tunneling into the runoff, like it seemed.
Hell yeah.
The shit demons are not, worryingly, not all that rare creatures. Like I said, usually they live in places where they don't really cause trouble.
Because it's already shitty there.
It's already shitty. Yeah, the main issue here is it just kind of dug into, from probably a sewer line into the refinery. But with those checks, it's a great place to leave it off here for a second.
Yay.
Time to get a tea, or in my case, a nice ice cold glass of water. Because I'm better than you.
If it was ice cold, wouldn't it be ice?
It's a good point. It's a very valid point. I agree with you. Morally,
Goodbye.
Well, you can climb your way out of the sewer after checking if there's any more wall-ians haunting the place.
Destroy the Wallians.
Kill them all.
Kill them.
Destroy them at the root. But believing pretty firmly that this demon was the cause of this, you can climb back out of the entrance where you were given. And I imagine you start a recap of all the things that happened to Thesnion, the manager dwarf, the lawkeeper dwarf with a shortish kind of red beard and hair and whatnot, and will very excitedly kind of make the motions go through. They'll talk into like a talking pipe, and their voice will carry to another part of the factory, and they will start quite literally what is called a flush, where they will run water through the system. They'll run a bunch of rainwater through the system and check that it works, and the foul smell, clinging, haunting the distillery district does wash away, replaced with just the metallic smell of the region's rain.
The filth of Saruman is washing away. I'm choking on my howdy, dude.
We still haven't made a bingo card yet. I should ask for what should be on it at some point. There is a cheer from the working beer dwarves in the factory as the foul smell is washed away. And a lot of happy dwarven faces working away.
Unclip the nose.
Yeah. They take off their face masks.
They cast away those symbols of oppression.
Anything y'all want to do?
You know, Bogdan, I do think you have a system here that could really go towards expediting communication as you're like casually like walking out and like going somewhere else.
Well, Ollie, we obviously want to PR this.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you already got the cheering masses. How much do you want more to PR this first?
Yeah,
before-
that sounds pretty good. Yeah, so we just walk out heads high as like champions
You're
covered in sewer film.
Walking out and everyone's
Yeah.
cheering behind you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Bogdan
What
was saying,
cantrips do I have? Do I have? No, I don't have
You
prestidigitation.
thaumaturgy!
Yeah, but
more
Paul-
clapping! More clapping!
I can wash us with shape water.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
thank
true.
God.
Yes, please.
All you need is a bucket of water, which they will totally provide. But
Yeah.
outside, where you can wash off, and you
I
can
think that's
just
the first time I've ever used that cantrip.
you can water bender a bubble of water around people, the bodies. It's a very weird experience, but not unpleasant. And then splash the fetid water away.
Massage.
Yeah, it would. It would. Yeah, absolutely. Like
There's
a cool
water
massage
massage
jet.
chairs at my gym, and I pretty much just go for them.
That sounds good. I want that. I want what she's having. So you can clean up. You can be pretty famous amongst the beard dwarves. Anything else you
I'm
want to?
thinking you're saying beard dwarves.
I know.
But it's funny because they don't have beards.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
It's also
the
funny
irony.
because he's trying to distinguish dwarves from beer dwarves when all dwarves are beer.
Well, exactly. That's why securing the beer dwarves' happiness is important.
But these are the hipster dwarves, remember? They're wearing flannel.
All right, we return back to the manor.
Okay, on the way you find Botov is like, oh, okay, I guess we're done. Alright.
Don't worry, Botov, it was a stinky affair. You're better off being clean. We
It
will
was.
never be clean
You
again.
will never be clean.
We will never be clean. You will be known as a great and stinky king.
The shit prince.
You
But
can
that's
make
gonna
Alright.
be you when you have your baby.
Yeah, I get it.
Rude.
You can make your way back home. The baby is being taken care of by the house cook and catcher Owl. You're already washed off, although you definitely, I think you mentioned that you wanted to spend time with the armor and coal grinder and really make sure that they were clean. Is there anything else you'll want to do real quick? Or do you want to kind of leave it till after a rest or so?
Yeah, let's do a long rest.
Yeah.
Convene in the morning.
Ashal! Do you sleep?
I
Oh
trance.
god.
Okay.
You have poop dreams.
I've had those before.
The dark and terrible poop.
The terror of the poop dreams. And it will come for you!
This stream's officially devolved into chaos.
Usually it takes until 20 minutes from now.
We're early. Just like the poop.
So, unlike unlike an elf's trance, right? In an elf's trance, they relive their memories, so they do dream. I imagine Ashal doesn't really. Ashal probably thinks, schemes,
About magic.
postulates.
This is where Ashal comes up with all his with all their
Exactly,
theories.
right? That's exactly what should happen. But this time,
Oh no.
while you are thinking,
The poop dreams.
with your eyes closed, you feel yourself in a separate place. The place does feel familiar and unfamiliar. It feels like a cave in the Ebimaro region, but not quite. And there is a table, a small table, and you are sitting at one side. And at the other side walks up Lithura. At first, a being of shadow and ash. The smells of that antiseptic Uhaga smell of the Shadow Realm. And also this burnt, like a candle that's burnt way too long, or a bonfire that's smoldering out its last breath. Smell that clings with her. And there's ash that follows with her, but after a moment, her visage changes. The last part to change is this area on the side of her face where it's just been reduced to bone. The shadow form hasn't quite come together completely. One side of her face is ruined, but she can, with effort, even in a dream, re-show her original form as a sharp, conniving leader of usurper elves. And she is going to come up and sit at the other side of the table and say, "You have something that belongs to me."
Belongs is an interesting term when considering a piece of one's soul, I believe.
I have done many things, but I have not sold my soul.
No, I do not. That is one thing I believe about you. For whatever else we might disagree on, you follow your own path. That is something I am confident in saying, as little of you as I know.
I do not imagine there is all much that we disagree on, Ashal. I'm sure given the same situation I would have done something very similar. A magical curiosity, a chance to grasp and poke at thine enemy. I would take it.
I fear you give me too much credit. While certainly those are benefits, in the moment it was mere desperation. I saw that you were reforming and that all that we had been attempting to do was at ruin. I attempted something that I knew would likely have no effect. The fact that it did was an unforeseen benefit, to be quite frank.
Desperation. I have never experienced such a thing.
Now, that is one thing we certainly differ on, for I have experienced little but.
I do give you credit more than the two companions you currently walk with. Because you have something that I would quite like back in my hands. This is a polite request, for I see no reason we should be enemies. I have no desire to make enemies with anyone who calls the Underrealm home, even those forgotten about by many others. The spiderkin that your friend holds so dear. It was not my plan to eradicate them so harshly, but a means to an end. I'm sure you understand. My enemy is the surface, and I need my strength to bring them under the correct and right dominion and bring what they have down to us. Surely you would benefit from all the magical knowledge all of the cities of the surface world have accrued. It is a request, nothing more. But do not make me force a demand. I'm sure we will be seeing each other again in the flesh, borrowed as both of ours is. Alright, if you have no snarky final comment, the dream will just kind of dissipate. It's a very unnatural feeling because you don't dream. It is almost like you were just kind of pushed into a telepathic bubble for a while and can kind of come out and breathe again.
Shao would laugh. Upon coming back to, like, you might even, like, if there's someone in the next room over, which I imagine this isn't a massive place, so we are probably in, like, adjacent rooms.
You can probably hear it.
You can probably hear a Shao with, like, a guttural physical laugh. Quite, like, pronounced, just... I'm not going to actually attempt to do it. But...
No, please save your throat. Okay.
Just a little creepy.
Other than that,
other than the veiled threat delivered by our major enemy.
It's not a threat yet, officially.
Not a threat yet.
Legally. One moment, please. Yeah, the threat is the pipe bomb she's just sent to your door.
I think we've all been there, Ollie.
Yep. Other than that, your rest goes completely fine. You awake feeling not all that refreshed. The grime of the refinery runoff, it washed off, but you can almost feel it in your lungs and your throat, in a layer of grime that's built up. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
No diseases in here. Get our shots. At least for tetanus.
Yeah, adventurers really should have tetanus shots. It's gonna come up all the time. And rabies. You can meet around the breakfast table as you do quite often.
Pancakes.
Fungal
It's
pancakes.
pancake day. They're green, a little bit of dust.
Sure.
So, Shell, you're amassing a small collection.
Yes.
Not a question, just a comment. You've got a few now.
You will have to be more specific. I have a few of many things.
And a few brain cells.
Excuse me, Miss 10 intelligence against 18.
Just because I didn't go to college, says Oshun. But are you going to use them as weapons, experiment on them, research them, take them to a professional, swallow them one by one?
All of the above.
No, not that last one.
Well,
That
I
seems
was
like a bad idea.
the least likely one is probably take them to a professional because I'm not sure if there are many more professionals than I. But your
Soul
line
librarian.
is this a line of questioning?
A line of casual curiosity.
I intend to research them, potentially use them as a source of power. I have not had time since I gained the ability to capture the essence of a soul in a gem. I have not had the time or the resources to truly study them.
If only there was another such person as like our time-traveling friend, but for soul pieces.
If there's one thing I've learned, there is always an expert, even in such magical things. I'm sure with time you would be able to find someone else who has knowledge similar to your own, or higher.
I have no doubt of that, but at the moment what I require is the time and resources that would be afforded a position like a, say, courtly advisor or court mage.
When you were a child, did you ever play that game where you and your friends have cards?
I
you
had no
swap the cards?
friends, and I was not a child. Evimari do not grow in that way.
They only grow sideways.
Bogdan, any plans for the day?
Well, I was considering overthrowing the government.
Oh, on this very day?
Maybe
well, you
not
must
today.
have more pancakes.
But it seems we've accomplished everything we needed to. I have amassed allies in the Bastardon family. We have gained the support of the farmers and distillers. We have removed the record of my family's curse. And, as a bonus, we killed Opalia Bearchest.
Yes, say it all aloud in one go, just in case the spies didn't quite get it.
It is a fair point. The only thing left is to force a confrontation in one way or another. I do not know how a throne would change hands in dwarven politics.
You need a public stage in which to throw down the gauntlet and decry that he is a foolish
Unfit
king,
to rule.
unable to contain his prisoners.
You do this in public, you will have an entire army facing down upon you. You are strong people, but you are not strong enough to take an army of professionals. No, you do this the sneaky way. I have been doing my research. There is a way I can get you into the palace. Quite deep within the palace. And you will simply charge your way in and kill the king before the whole might of the king's guard comes down upon you.
You know a way into the palace.
Yes. There are some guards who have problems with certain substances that in return for those substances are willing to leave certain doors unlocked. You will need to move quietly amongst the city to not arouse suspicion, but you will be able to enter via a lesser used recreational guard exit.
Will the people accept me if I sneak in like a burglar and assassinate their king?
You have the right to the throne. So yes.
You have the goodwill of the people.
You will have more goodwill if you have a public challenge, but then you need to assume that he will accept that challenge. What you could also do is issue that challenge after sneaking in and make sure there are witnesses.
It'd be really awkward if you went
All
all the way
fast.
and he said no.
Ulfas can clatter over.
Muster the Bastardon. Hopefully they won't be needed, but it'll be nice to have some muscle in the street.
Alright. A word will be sent. They will take time to get here, of course.
Very well. Then we should get our things in order until the Bastardons arrive.
Yeah, you have about a week. How convenient.
Oh, I have many things I want to do in downtime.
Yeah, so you have a week of downtime while your allies prepare.
I'm gonna go hang out with the Harrenhal.
So excited.
I, before you do that... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, which one should I do first?
I want to know what Bogdan wants to do because Bogdan is the king to be.
Is the important
first.
one. Yes, that's fair.
I don't know.
We got the wizard tinkering and the horny. That's fine. That's accepted. But what does the king to be want to do with the last week as a free man?
I think there's two things I want to do.
How dare you?
The first is I remember that handy +1 AC blessing we could get.
Right.
How much was that again?
I want to say probably 150 gold.
I would like one of those.
Sure. You can visit a shrine and get one of these shrine tokens.
How long does it last?
An hour.
Okay.
As you're there, please give me a constitution save with advantage.
22.
Excellent. You briefly feel an upset in your stomach, but after a mighty belch, you feel much better.
Gotcha. Oh, it must have been all that vomit I ate. All right. So that's I'm gonna put that on in my inventory. Okay. The second thing I want to do, and I know it's kind of boring, but I think Bogdan just wants to spend the week trying to get as close to the voice as possible.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't miss any signs and
Yeah.
a chance to.
Good idea. Which way do you want to do that? There's kind of three ways. You could spend time actually like amongst a cathedral, kind of doing service that would get you favors with a cathedral, which would be useful because Botov is pretty sure they will side with whoever becomes king. Being more known would be useful. The other thing is you could side with the more you could spend time with the more spiritual people, like the people who run those shrines, who kind of perceive the voice in a bit of a different way, or you could just spend private meditation your own way and not really get favors of anyone, but kind of do more your own thing. Oh no, I think at first it was just really contemplative thought, but now I think the internet's died.
Rip. That's just his meditation.
Yeah, the meditation has begun already. It's going to be a week. Hello! You died for a
We
bit.
heard none of your reply.
Yeah.
I think
You
I lost internet.
Yes.
It says my internet connection is unstable. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's coming back now.
It's all coming back to me. I said I wanted to split my time between the first two.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. In which case, give me 2 rolls. Let me check which one it is. Is this in Xanathar's Guide, or is this in the other one? It is in Xanathar's Guide. Religious service! It's going to be a religion or persuasion check. And 2 of them, because you're spending time with 2 separate people. But you're...
Yeah, they're both +3, so I'll do religion.
That doesn't make sense. Oops. Well...
Well, that went well.
Well, you give me another one, you have 2. Because you're spending time with
Okay.
2 separate people. And I'll let you choose who you bungle.
I guess I bungle with the spiritual sort.
You accidentally
That's what
say
I'm
the
gonna
wrong
do.
thing, or make the wrong motion at the wrong time. You don't do well enough to get favors from the church, but spending several days working with them is good, and maybe you'll see Oshun around as well.
Skulking around. As you pass corridors, she just goes.
As Charles,
Well, I realised
What you
that
doing?
my heal Oshun eyes thing is not currently a go anyway because I don't have lesser restoration. So that's a no go.
you can work
so
on it
instead,
with more resources than a lab, but
yes,
not right now.
Robot eyes! I want robot
no,
eyes.
Charles is not an artificer.
As Charlotte is a
Yet.
blood mage healer,
Charles is
literally
many things, but not a scientist. Well,
yet.
Fine.
So instead, what I would like to do, first off, I would like to investigate the locket that Zal left me and see if I can work out how it activates / works at least. My plan is probably just to put it on and open it, but I want to confirm that it's not going to like
blow up.
do shenanigans.
Take your soul.
Sure. Give me a intelligence check. Arcana. While it does appear to be some kind of watch, it's clearly using the mechanicians of a watch to do much more. It does appear to be a detector of chronomancy aberrations, be that an actual chronomancer or someone using it, or distortions in time. That being said, actually reading it is pretty hard, but you think you'd be able to... It almost like a Geiger counter for time distortion is
Okay.
probably the best way you'd be able to use it right now.
Okay.
There is an element of it that appears to be ticking down.
Oh, I'm definitely putting that on and keeping it on me at all times then.
Great.
Is that
No,
a
I don't, that's
quick
not a whole
thing?
week. Yeah. What else do you want
Okay.
to do? I'll be generous.
Can I? Now this is a big question. Can I attempt to stabilize and circulate the fiendish essence in my arm more throughout my entire body, so that it's not just like a pain in my arm, but there's actually like.
Let me get this straight. So, you know Princess Mononoke, but all he wants is to get rid of his cursed arm.
Yes.
You're like, I want more of that.
Yes.
More, please. Yes, it's definitely possible. Is it a good idea? No, but it's definitely plausible. I think this would be a religion check.
Okay.
Because you are dealing with powers you don't understand.
That's fair.
you
Well,
know, you speak
grind
the
up the
language.
soul. Grind up the soul gems and smoke them.
I mean, if we are in like a complete pinch situation, I am just going to swallow a soul gem. I hope you realize that.
I'm ready.
What if you can't digest it? You have to smash it against your forehead.
That's a roll. It's not awful.
It's not awful.
I know that reference, Zoe.
The
That's Diablo 1.
the energy doesn't really want to be anywhere else. The closest idea you have, based on, let's say you borrow some cadavers and start drawing symbols on them to see what they would do before deliberately experimenting on yourself. Not that you are really one to wait that long, but one layer of checking. It appears they don't like fill with demonic light or anything, just for filling them in. You just get the feeling that if you duplicate symbols carved on your right arm onto the left, nothing would happen immediately, or any other part of your anatomy. Especially because they were burned in via the communion and continuing it. That you think you'd probably be able to do it if you had a fiendish soul you wanted to spend that communion on, and you do, but maybe one you want to save for another purpose.
Well, I have 2 soul gems. I still have the imp soul gem. The imp could be a trial run.
Yeah, maybe.
But that is a good enough answer for now.
Yes. No, but, as often is the case. But Ocean, what are you doing? You're spending time at Harrenhal?
Yes, I was going to talk to Harrenhal about. Oh gosh! Oh no!
Ah!
Poison walls. Oh, we've lost a Jaken.
Oh no!
Jaken!
Well,
So we have to
Give me
go.
a sec.
We have
Yeah.
to go. No way! I'm just
no,
completely off. I'm gone.
There's no Ian.
Yeah, but I'm just gone.
We'll you know what? We'll take a sec. I'll use this opportunity to rush to the bathroom anyway, because why not? So as I realized on break, Harrenhal is in hospital. So you want to see Harrenhal, you got to visit her in hospital, which is fine. You can, and you would literally get there as she is discharging herself from hospital, like pulling back on, probably like just throwing the hospital gown, lands in your face, like no, and putting back on full armor.
I brought you a book. Are you sure about this?
She will turn, adjust her armor, take the book. Thank you. I am absolutely sure the voice has given me repaired flesh. I am only a shield down. That is all I have lost from this. I will be fine. The best way to heal is to work.
In my experience, the best place to heal is to rest the body and the mind.
She glares up at you
How
questioningly.
do you think I got so big?
I will allow you a persuasion check.
All right. I hate it when you click back onto a computer and it like does the old roll.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
No, I will work. There's work to do, but I think I will stay within the cathedral, largely. You are...
Is there any nurse that's like alarmed and like?
Oh, they
coming
are,
out
but they're like...
door?
They're not dealing with that.
Oh shit.
You
Alright.
are welcome to come with me, and if you see it relevant to use your healing magic, then I would not disavow it. But
Well, I was going to volunteer it. Although, now that I think about it, I'm not sure I should reward this. There are no shortcuts to healing, Harrenhal.
there are.
There literally are. That's what magic is.
It's called Healing Word.
There are, and I intend to use them. Come.
So, how has the church been since our altercation?
It's been a few days, and I have not witnessed much. I've heard some rumors and whisperings, but I do not encourage gossip about what happened at the Machinist District.
What do you think happened?
I know what happened, I was there. You were there.
Yes. Do you know who that was?
No. But clearly some shadow user. Which is, of course, illegal magic within this city.
Oops.
So I do assume that she was not a local. It's whatever prisoner that was clearly of grave importance. But it is not our jurisdiction. I have heard that, it's no longer even a jurisdiction of the city. The Treaty of the Deep has taken charge of it now.
Do you have a settle in your office or anything with which I see you have a very modern standing desk?
You're gonna say, like, the office is a desk and papers and slates and an armor stand and a weapon stand.
Do sit down and I will attend to you.
She'll grumble, but not stop you. Do you just kind of want to spend the week basically shadowing her around, helping her out?
Yes, I will do that. I'm not sure if there's like much point in telling her about Lithura. I probably would just give her the names, and if like
Okay.
she wants to research it, because I don't think Lithura is likely to hit the city again. But like,
Unless I'm here.
She will appreciate the knowledge, but again, it's not the jurisdiction of them, and they acting outside their jurisdiction is a big no-no for such a lawful faction. And it's rare that something isn't. But she's also not like antsy to like get revenge or anything. She doesn't really care. So she will just go get to working, largely paperworking and carrying things and whatnot. So you're very useful. I don't imagine if you would. Do you attempt to deepen your friendship? This doesn't necessarily have to be sexual.
It's gotta be. Ollie, as an asexual person, this is the only way I can like explore these things. It's literally like
It's your outlet.
It's what allo people do, right?
I'm going to be an aloe. Look at me. I do
I'm
sex.
going to be an aloe for Halloween.
Well, if you need any help. Wait a minute. Well, I'm already doing that. Is the answer yes? Because you've tried to flirt with her and it hasn't really worked.
Yeah, she's going to be straightforward because it's a dwarf. She's going to ask for what she wants. She's going to just be like...
Roll up her sleeves.
Dwarven way.
Are you DTF?
Harrod Hall will be confused when you ask her several days in. Will say, how would that work? You are a woman, I am a woman.
Oh my god! Oshun's going to put on glasses to take off glasses.
You see, the female genitalia, the male genitalia, they're designed to lock in. I do not understand how this would work to women.
Yeah, dwarves have to come in at a side and then socket it in.
It's like
like
docking
plugging in a
spaceship.
microphone. Yeah.
God. It's just such a sad experience. This is exactly what I was
Do you
imagining.
understand
I was
why
like,
she wasn't following the flirting now?
Oh my god. Oh, she's just gonna be like, I can show you.
She will accept. Once she understands, it's like she has the same realization. It's like, oh, that's okay, because she also didn't understand.
I get it.
So you can add
I
that to your
win
little
the
black
game,
book.
right?
Yeah.
That's how I win.
I mean, you've got to have, at least on your character sheet, a list of people Ocean has canonically banged.
Yep.
And
It's like my list of soul gems.
it's the same thing, exactly the same thing.
Can Ashal say this to Oshun as she's like going back and forth from the cathedral? It'd be so funny. We're collecting.
Ashal doesn't rationalize it in the same way Ian does.
Oh my god.
Well, you have finally completed that side quest.
I just want to free her. I just want to free her.
There's lots of things that could be said, but let's leave this side quest where it belongs, over there. And
In Jarviskjir After Dark.
in Jarviskjir After Dark. And this will...
Imagining Bogdan's doing this like meditation, connecting deeply with the voice, and then somewhere else there's just
So I went away from home to get away from this. Yeah,
oh my god.
I can imagine that too. But hey, at least you'll be energized for the regicide, right? So, with that, your week comes to an end. Both of would have taken this time to really secure this entrance that they have for you, and he has done so. He literally has a side entrance to the palace, very near where the king's chamber is, or the throne room is. It does mean essentially going up walkways on the outside of the palace, which you will want to be stealthy while doing, otherwise you might just get arrested. So you might want to plan for that. But then, according to Botov, it will lead you essentially to the royal chambers. It leads into a guard room, which is why there's an exit. It's like a guard bedroom and rest chamber. So this is for the guards who are, wanting to go to the city in their shift, or are they done for a little while, stuff like that. So it'll be left unlocked and open for you to plunder. This doesn't mean the guards will be neutral or allied to you, but you will be able to get in deep to the palace. Zoe has that smug "I just had sex" smile. I'd recognize it anywhere.
It was more your use of vocabulary as you're describing getting into the castle.
A rigid symbol of the patriarchy.
We're gonna fight a king. Have you brought your official letter of challenge?
Make sure to get it signed by your notary. This is it. You have to decide how you want to go about this. You have an in. You could say, you know what, that's not how we want to do it. But you have an in.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, this is up to Bogdan, basically.
Let's do it.
Let's turn to our very short Aragorn figure.
I'm evil Aragorn.
Okay, no prep you want to do beforehand? You want to go, okay, let's...
Well, do you guys have anything you want to do beforehand? I'm a fighter.
I mean, in terms of getting there quietly, in terms of getting there quietly, I can get all three of us advantage on stealth checks, which cancels out Bogdan's disadvantage. But
I can cast invisibility on myself once per day.
That would also be very useful.
You'll still be loud.
Yes.
So, good. Useful.
Yes. Let's be sneaky.
Okay,
so I have enhance ability, Cat's Grace, with a twin spell on the two of them.
I embody the pussy.
That gives both of them advantage, and then I can use Silent Shadow to give myself advantage at an appropriate moment.
Nice.
Okay, so you can...
This won't it?
Spider Climb could be useful, but only you really get that, and you already have advantage. So it's more you might want to save it for another situation.
Yeah.
So you go through the Grand Bazaar, get up close to the palace, and then start a sneak-in.
I just imagine Oshun snatching guards from the ceiling.
It can happen. Give me your stealth rolls. Everyone has advantage.
Yay!
I'm going to go ahead and cast invisibility on myself.
Yeah.
Which I can do once per day.
Mm-hmm.
Per my dwer garnish.
Oh no.
Guys.
This is why I wanted to do it before the next
rain
session.
check. Can we do the regicide?
You've already rolled the checks.
Oh no.
I'm still going to need you to make a check, because you're going to be loud.
Oh, I think it automatically gave me disadvantage because I have heavy armor. So let me re-roll that. Turn on advantage. It should cancel out.
Cancel out. Weird. Makes sense. Yeah. But... Nope.
It
just
still
sucks. Okay, well, we'll count the 5 then.
Thank you. I was just thinking, that would be
at least for the sake of memes.
They could yet roll on that one. No.
You know, the entire assassination plot hinged on a stealth roll.
You could have come up with another plan. You leave the Grand Bazaar and start your way up winding walkways towards the King's Palace, climbing up. Even with the embrace of magic, it's awkward. These are dwarven stairwells made for soldiers, and they're worn as well. It's one of these things where it's a real climb, and even Ashar floating is not exactly the most quiet thing when you're floating up around all these stairs and corners and things. I was imagining more the cloak, but who knows? Regardless, there are guard posts along the way, because this is not just an exit entrance used by one door. And guards will notice you. I will give you the chance to surrender and be taken to the dungeons. Or struggle. And
I'm
start
invisible.
a fight.
I was going to
You
say...
are invisible, but you're
invisible.
not... They know someone else is here as well. Like, they can
I suppose
hear you clattering around, but they can't
dwarves
see
can do
you.
that as well.
Well, it's not really. This is not a common ability for deep dwarves at all.
Yeah, after I said it, yeah, I suppose it's probably not in Yarv, yeah.
So where the gods caught us?
Kind of halfway up the stairwells. Kind of not... You're not really... Hey, conveniently, it's kind of dungeon level of the palace, right? Because the palace stretches up above the Grand Bazaar. This would be kind of where the dungeons and the majority of the guards would be for patrols and things like that. You were intending on going pretty high up and to a very particular point where you could basically head to the royal chambers and the mage's
Ashar
tower.
would have telepathy up, so if we...
Yes,
need,
as
like,
you are being held at, like, glaive point. By the guards. State your business!
Is
Why-
Baltog with us?
You didn't say you were taking him.
Okay.
Oh my god, we have none of the NPCs.
You do have sending, though, so you could summon NPCs if you get arrested.
You try eating one of
But then
I
this
think
would
I'm
turn
just
into
gonna-
a suicide run.
I'm just gonna turn off invisibility, and I'm going to look at the guards, look at them all, and be like, "I am Prince Bogdan Alabasta V, and I have come to reclaim the Blackjaw. Escort me to the Pretender, so that I may duel him to the death."
And you will not suffer the fate that befall those that impede a king and an advisor that is of a race that is known to eat brains.
And their friends.
Easy, Tiger.
I will allow a persuasion or intimidation
I'm
from
here too.
Bogdan with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
With
Good,
advantage! Go again!
good. I pressed the button. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I look like.
Oh, come on!
19.
Why? It's always the critical moments that the rolls just go awful.
You're the third pretender to the throne we've had this week. Come along. And you are going to be walked to jail.
Okay.
Let me see if I have a nice jailing noise. I've got her. I don't. How dare they?
We've been rolling pretty well, and then suddenly it gets to this critical moment, and we can barely roll above a 10.
It's okay. Everyone has a prisoner story in their life.
Exactly!
Next
Now you're just going to need to break out of prison and fight through the
This is-
castle and...
You have to go back invisible and be our Bilbo Baggins.
Well,
Yeah,
you'll have to wait a while.
Damn it.
When they throw us in jail, I assume they disarm us and all that. But do they take off my armor too, or do they just shove me in their armor? On.
1 sec.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a jail door, apparently. They closed it twice for effect. As they basically they will put you in. They will. What would they do here? They would lead you to the dungeons. Very well prepared dungeons in the king's palace. Of course, they don't put you in the areas for extremely dangerous threats. Bogdan, you can just tell based on the layout. You're just being thrown in basically not the drunk tank, but the try to kill the king tank.
Not yet.
They are going to split loot into 2 groups. I think Oshun isn't going in a separate one because they assume Oshun is terribly scary. Because you're big and you have a spider face. And you're going to be put into 2... yeah, you're being, pulled along and you're like, she's disgusting! Put her in the cell! And they put you into fairly big cells with big sliding metal barricades, and Ashal and Bogdan are going to be put in the other one. They are going to take all of your equipment, but they aren't going to take your armors. So you do have your armors, but your weapons, your bags, your whatever, they're all going to be taken.
Can I watch where they take our stuff?
I was going to say, yeah, they are going to be handed to the warden. And the warden will take them all and kind of look all the... Imagine trying to kill the king. Pathetic. You should lay down and accept the government we have. It's not perfect, but it works.
Oh, no.
When I ascend to the Blackjaw, you should flee as fast as your pathetic legs can take you.
Can I have his brain?
If we catch him, most certainly. But I'm not sure that a dullard like that would be very scrumptious.
He's going to
Not
put all...
fine gourmet, no.
Going to put all of your stuff...
Shun says...
Going to put all of your stuff in a chest, which has all the wheels on the bottom, and is going to kind of kick it, and you see it roll away, and you hear it rolling away out of sight. Probably around the corner based on the sounds of things.
Telepathy. So, should I start working on melting the bars?
Oh, I was going to have a cunning plan, and then Ollie was going to stop the stream for this week because it's an Italian job reference.
Do you have I presume we're close enough that my telepathy can reach her.
Yeah.
Well.
You have to kind of...
Where are we
nudge.
being thrown?
You're both in cells. You're side by side though, so you can't see each other. So you can telepathy connect. But you and Ashal are sharing a cell.
While they're talking telepathically, I want to look at the door and I want to see how sturdy it looks.
I mean, this is a door in the king's dungeon. It's pretty damn sturdy. It's very well made.
Coal grinder, take it down quickly.
It would be loud. But you don't. You don't have coal grinder. Yes.
Yeah, I do. I use bonus action. I have coal grinder.
I was gonna say, coal grinder can absolutely bash this thing down. Although you don't know how many turns it would take in a combat, so it would get the attention of the guards.
Let me weaken it a bit.
I summon coal grinder. I summon a hand axe and put it in its loop, and I say,
that was pretty good.
And I say in my mind, Ashara.
I was gonna stick to the roof, then they were gonna come around, they'd go, oh, where'd she go? And then I was gonna drop down on them like
that's clever.
But fine.
Unfortunately,
you could do both. Because this will attract guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait, no.
I'm starting to weaken and melt the door.
We'll worry about weakening and melting the door next week because you have a really good plan for breaking out of the king's dungeon. But you will have to fight your way out.
I'm so eating the warden's brain on our way out.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. He's got to get mushed.
Doing his job, mate.
It's not his fault the country's gone to shit.
But we will continue this next time with a jailbreak Another one.
Another
Another
one.
one.
Have we broken out of any jails in this campaign?
No, but
I went
Lathura
to
broke.
And it was horrible.
Tenuma jail.
Into jail.
Yeah.
So, that's
Jail theme session hat trick.
That's today's session. Before we go, we'll talk a little bit about what we got going on, starting with Jaken.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
That's me.
Ollie, thanks for having me. It's a lot of fun. I just can't wait to be king. Hey, everybody. I also stream. I have a Worlds Without Number campaign that we just started over on my stream. You can click my name in the chat and they take you over there, and you can hit follow if you are so inclined. And we are going to be starting our third session this Sunday, 6 p.m. Central. I never know if we're in daylight time or not. Central time. Whatever the time is. It's always 6. So, you know.
Work it out. Work it out, you dang selves. It'll probably
Google.
say on your stream.
Yeah, I have the thing.
It'll
calendar.
do it then. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it'll
don't
set you
need
straight.
to think in today's day and age.
You don't need.
Okay?
You just need to go click on them there links.
Just click it and enjoy the content. Turn your brain off.
We're
Give
in session
money.
3. We're in session 3 of Embers of the Veil, and they've just started their second adventure. They will be starting their second adventure this new session to come. So if you guys
Perfect.
want to, it's a great time to jump in, because basically we just kind of got through the introduction, and now they're on to the meat. The meat.
Every
They've had the
campaign has
appetizer.
that first bit to see how the characters work, and then you get into the real shit.
And last session, there was like a revolving door of characters about to be dead.
Nice.
You do this regularly. Killing these characters.
Well, Worlds
We're
Without
playing a
Number is a
very-
pretty high death
yeah.
system.
We're not playing 5th edition.
Yeah. We only had one death. Did we have two? When we played Stars Without Number, we had death. Not many.
We
though.
had
But it was a
one
fairly
death.
low combat campaign.
We did technically have a second death in like the final episode, but that was basically the final sequence.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. I don't remember. It's
Anyway.
it's a nasty one.
So tune in, please. Thank you. I'm done.
All right. Now that you're done, we can talk to Ian, who's just vanished.
Hello.
What a
I'm
magic
Ian.
trick!
I am practicing my as shall tempestuous magic, whatever it is. I am Ian. I am in many of Ollie's D&D things because I just kind
You
of am at this
grandfathered
point.
in at this point, yeah.
Yes, I grandfathered in. Among those is a Monday game, which goes up on Ollie's Patreon, that you should view and subscribe for $5 a month to get access to that. There is also a bi-weekly Totally Not Pokemon D&D game, which is very relaxing and very enjoyable to listen to, particularly rave reviews from my spouse.
I listen to it to go to sleep.
Yeah, and considering, yeah.
I mean, I know
I am-
that my content and good content is content you can fall asleep to. It is not
Yeah.
an insult to me.
Absolutely. And I am
It's very chill, very good.
half asleep and unable to form coherent sentences. So
You're-
I'm going to make that
you're
clear.
done.
Go
Get outta here.
sub to Ollie's Patreon.
You're on the bench. All right, Zoe, you can talk about this if you want. You don't have to, I guess. There's no nice place for the lighting. There we go.
Oh, so excited. It looks so good. I can't wait to get my copy. And it's going to be a weird experience to see my own writing. I'm going to look at it and go, never again.
Just don't read it. Just look at it and be like, I did that.
I did that. I made it.
Yeah.
Ollie made their own font.
There is my own font in this, actually. Yeah, I'm doing some work on it now. I did the logos and stuff, but that's not my own font. I don't know if it shows up on the box anyway. I don't think it does. But in some of the writing, I did make my own font for Jarviskjir, which is pretty cool.
And we've got loads of projects. We're super excited to crack on again. And so many so many hopeful things I really hope we can get done.
So much stuff.
Canonize Jarviskjir After Dark.
Yeah, Schism Immolation of Own for the Kickstarter is probably in about a week or so. So keep an eye out. Obviously, I mean, I say it's a really good product, but it's getting rave reviews from, people we're showing it to. It's a really nice, tight little box. And it's got everything you need for a cool little game and cool miniatures. If this gets funded, then there are stretch goals of other factions. There are independent characters called mythic characters who are pretty cool, and also it helps us make more stuff in the future. The second Schism starter set will have connections to the Underrealm, so if you like these Underrealm campaigns, definitely be excited for that. We also have, of course, Jarviskjir Rock of the North starting this Saturday. Which is more connected to that set than the second one. Although it has some connection to the second one too. A whole new game, whole new group of people, who knows how it'll go. Maybe it'll suck. Maybe I'll just shove them away. I don't know. We'll see. There's also other streams that we're doing, chill streams, when I can. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of content. Thanks to everyone who helps and support this show. It is supported by Patreon. Do consider giving us money on Patreon. It helps feed the starving children. It's me. I'm the starving children. There we go.
Also, you're Yoshi.
Yeah, the Yoshi needs a lot of money after evading his taxes. We'll see you next week.